Think you've got a grasp on life and you've got the answers?
I think so, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
Turn round for me.
Right.
See this body of water here?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 options to describe the surface of it for me, right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a U, an arc, or a straight line. You pick one of them to describe the surface of that water.
Be a straight line.
Straight line?
Yeah.
Water finds its level?
Yeah.
Always. Use it in construction. We take it for granted.
Yeah.
If I extended it to 4 times the size,
Yeah.
how would you describe it?
Be the same. Flat.
10 times the size?
Yeah.
20 times the size?
Yeah.
100 times the size?
Yeah.
What shape's the world?
Round.
How can you have straight lines on a round ball? How would you show me that the earth was curved? In your experience,
Satellite images.
images.
Yeah.
If I told you I could fly,
Yeah.
but I can't show you here right now, but when you go home I can show you on YouTube on a video, would you accept I can fly?
No.
Why would you accept that then?
How can you go both ways around the world then?
What do you mean? If you keep going, you come back to where you started. So you're the North Pole,
Yeah.
right? My compass is pointing towards you. This is just theoretically, I can show you this, right? So as soon as I start moving this way, where am I going to end up?
Back at the beginning.
Back at the beginning.
Yeah.
So how does that prove you live on a ball? If you believe the world's a ball,
Yeah.
give me the best thing that you can think of to convince me, through your experience, that you can show me as another man and convince me that the earth's a ball. Go for it. Mind what I says at the beginning here, we're trying to highlight brainwashing. And I'll tell you something, right? I go to universities, I go to higher education students, I speak to engineers, I speak to everybody, and see when I ask them these questions, I get the exact same response. Now for me that should show concern, that you're believing something that you don't really comprehend.
Yeah.
That's what a cult does to you. So, I'll give you the opportunity, convince me it's a ball. Best thing that you can think of.
Best thing I can think of.
I grew up learning physics in school. Physics is about demonstrating things, like we use apparatus, we use these substances and we show how it works.
Yeah.
If I gave you a rock and I gave you water and I gave you a vacuum, do you think you could recreate the globe earth and put the rock in the vacuum, have it suspended with the water all wrapped through it?
No.
So is it physics then?
No.
It's theoretical physics. It's language that's been created to explain the image that they've gave us. There's nothing about the globe earth that you can relate to in your everyday life. Absolutely nothing. You experience no motion. You look at the horizon, it's a flat level line. You look at water, it forms a horizontal free surface. You look at the sky, right, this is where I'll show you where the curve is, right, because it's your eyes. When you're looking here, the sky appears to come down.
Yeah.
The floor, when you're looking straight out, the floor appears to come up into the middle of your view.
Yeah.
And everything else appears to come in like this.
Yeah.
Things get smaller in the distance.
Yeah.
That's what gives you the illusion that you're standing on something curved. The reality is that you know you're standing on a level earth. You never wondered why you look at the sky at night and the stars are always the same?
No.
I mean, they're telling you that we're chasing the sun through the galaxy at millions of miles an hour, wobbling and gyrating and spinning, so that this in the summer we're on this side of the sun.
Yeah.
So night time's away from the sun,
Yeah.
and then in 6 months' time we're at the other side of the sun looking at another sky. But yet Polaris and all the star constellations are the exact same every single night.
So how does not day and night work then, if it's flat?
Well, it's not that it's flat. What we have to look at is the sun, and people have made assumptions. They're telling you that that thing up there's 93 million miles away. Do you believe that? 93 million miles.
Oh, yeah. I did.
A big fireball, 93 million miles away. Problem is when this is I'll show you the absurdity of this, right? If I came to your house,
Yeah.
and you says to me, I want you to measure my floor for me,
Yeah.
and I showed up with a pair of binoculars and I was on your floor looking at the light bulbs, Going, right, your light bulb's round, so the floor must be round. You'd be like, get the men in the white coats to get this man out of my house here.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we're looking up there, it doesn't give us any sort of measure of what's down here. We don't know what these things are. You can't get to them. You can't access them in 3 dimensions. We're only looking at them and trying to think about what we're saying. It's like me saying to you, right, that person up in the hill, what size are they? About that size?
Yeah. Tiny.
Unless you can get to them.
Yeah.
And access round them to know the full dimensions of them, you're never going to know, are you?
No. Yeah.
Right, so it's the same with these things. So theoretically, if that's local, closer, you know, just like if I had a torch here and it was dark and I moved it away, then this would become dark now and the light would follow wherever the light goes. See the pond?
Yeah.
This is just a possibility because I can demonstrate this to you.
Yeah.
If I put land masses in the pond, we'll say, right, there's Africa, there's Europe, there's South America.
Yeah.
Then I've just created a scale model reference of the pond that we could possibly be living in. And it's contained by a perimeter of some kind. Could be ice. People theorise that it's an ice continent. Like Antarctica actually encompasses us. It's not like a wee landmass at the bottom of a ball. It actually encircles us. People, you know, theorise that beyond our pond, so imagine this is our pond,
Yeah.
and then you had a channel that went somewhere else and there was another pond. There's other ponds round about us, and this is where the whole notion of extraterrestrials comes in. Because an extraterrestrial just means extra land,
Yeah.
extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
So there could be people that look like you and I in ponds all round about us and they don't even know we exist, we don't even know they exist. But one thing's for sure is there's no life up the way, because you can't get out and beyond. Or the point I'm trying to show you here is that there's a massive difference between what you believe and what we can, as human beings, can actually demonstrate to each other.
Yeah.
I go with what we can demonstrate to each other because I know that's real.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm seeing on the TV and what these people are telling me, if they can't demonstrate it to me, I'm not interested in it. It's a religious nonsense. It's a brainwashing mechanism. And I'll give you a reason for why I think, right, if you tell human beings that there's a fence around them, what do you think human beings are going to act like? What would a human being do? If I put you in a place and there's a fence around you, right, so how do you avoid that?
There's no fence.
Put you on a ball. Because on a ball,
Yeah.
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And you'll never think about it. I'll go back to the first question again. Do you think you could be brainwashed?
Well, I think anyone could be brainwashed, yeah.
Aye. Well, if you tell me you believe something and then I ask you for your reasons and you don't have any,
Yeah.
that's brainwashing.
Yeah.
Because you believe it and you don't know why.
I'll be on Google Earth now later.
Good. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. And beware of propaganda. As soon as you start looking at stuff, YouTube and Google are going to feed you shit saying flat earth and flat earth ridicule, and it's all nonsense. People like me don't make the claims that they're telling you we make. I'm just a skeptic. I always say to people, I believed I lived on a globe for fucking 30 odd years of my life.
Yeah.
I'd
What
need,
made you doubt it then?
because I tried to prove it.
That stuff is flat.